Welcome to FXcast. This is our FXcast market analysis for June 2nd, 2011. In each of our videos, we try to work on high probability trading setups, evaluate the gold chart, come up with a low volatility watch list, an inside bar watch list, and we review the economic calendar to see what could affect our open or new trades. Always send your questions to analysis@fxcast.com. Let's pull up the charts. Okay, as always, we start with the gold chart, and if you saw what happened in the States today, then you know that it took a beating, and so we might see a flight to gold, and so that's why you see this huge takeoff. Now we're pulling back a little bit, and so we can see right now the point of control, the volume support is at 1532. Be interested to see what happens, but overall, we can see a lovely uptrend. Now one thing we should do is go ahead and take our trend line on the daily. Trend line one more time. And I don't know. That didn't work. What I'm trying to do is draw a channel here, to see where we're bouncing up and down at. It's not a perfect one, so it's not a big deal. What I can say is that obviously gold is in an uptrend. It looks like we're going to test this swing high, especially with what happened to the States. We can see that this candle held up on volume. The only concerning part is we took off, great, and then we pulled back half of it before finding a little bit of balance here in the consolidation that is here. So it's going to be interesting to see what gold is, but I'm still bullish on gold. Now, when we compare that to our other currency pairs, we've got the gold dollar. And here we can see that we burst out of this ascending wedge. We talked about this, but now we've come right back into it. And remember, this is a range. So we got out of this auction range, out of this level, and we came right back to it. Now we found support to 20 moving average, and that's great, but we're back in this range. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Keep in mind, we got right here, but look, didn't respect it, didn't respect the moving averages, blast right through them. So we certainly could see it fall down right now. What I would do is sit on hands right now for the pound dollar and let us tell us if it's going to continue on the trend back down to at least this swing low, where we can see volume resistance up here at 1.646. But I would sit on hands. Next one is the Aussie dollar. And here, look at all of this. So even, if you look at this, you would say we're heading lower. All this volume resistance that's here, even though the point of control is way up here, just a ton of volume here. And likewise, the Aussie dollar, what we thought was bullish, and then we talked about this uptrend line that ended up being resistance, and now we're coming back into this. So will the 50 moving average hold up as support again? Will the 50 moving average hold up as support again? But, so right now, I would almost say sideways to down. This bullishness that was this uptrend, we broke it, we came up and tested again, and now we're failing. I'm beginning to go sideways, at least sideways, and if we break the $50 million, I may say sideways to down. Our last one is the euro dollar, and this one, once again, look at all of this volume resistance, The good news with this one is that the other ones were in an uptrend, fell back, and then pulled up. This is the same thing, but this was the last one to pull up, and you can see this inverted head and shoulder type pattern we were playing. We broke that out, but this one's still above the 20 and 50, still showing potential of a rising 3 pattern. So there's hope for our bulls, but that's a lot of volume resistance to get through. So it's going to take a catalyst to thrust us through all of that. Okay, we're going to bring you 2 euro trades today. The first one is just a refresh of the euro Aussie. We can see with the market profile today that we basically had a V-day straight down and back up. And so the same setup is basically here. And what we're looking at, and this is what we talked about yesterday, was this support level. and the fact that we've come up. And so the question is, which way is this going to go? Right now, we're setting up sort of a rising three pattern where we pushed up, we paused, and now we're moving up again. So and then we talked about this auction level that we're looking at. There's 100 pips in here or so. So certainly looks likely that if we got the volume to move us into this, this is where we should go. So we're still watching this, and I will put my stop down here at about, you can see the bell curve here. So somewhere in here, 1.3480. If you wanted to go tighter, you can go 1.3500. Now, the euro pound trade basically already works, so we're not going to bring that back up. But we do have want to take a look at the euro yen. And we've talked about this one on several occasions. First and foremost, you have a consolidating mess. So so that's first. As we look at the daily chart, we can see. Let's try that one more time. All right, so we have our uptrend that we're watching, and then we'll grab this again, and we have our downtrend that we're watching, and we're basically saying this has to resolve itself one way or the other. And a lot of the trades we've been talking about lately are like this. So we're waiting for this to resolve one way or the other. Now, our market profile shows that we've got volume resistance at 117.30. So if we can get above that, then we have a chance to cycle higher into the next auction level. And what we should be watching on that is here. So if we get above 117.30, get above all of this, which is 117.65, our target will probably be initially 119.30, in this area here, and then testing the past swing highs. If we go lower, our target is probably going to be the 200 moving average. But keep in mind, there's a lot of wicks here, so I would want for it to get below 114.55 before I really want to go all out short. We are going to look at the same dollar trades. We've got the dollar Canadian. We've got an ascending wedge pattern. The good news is our volume profile says we just shot up here. Got volume support way down here. So it's certainly interesting to see that we came down, but that's the way volume profile works. If we come down quick, we go up quick if we can get above some of the area. So once we got above 97.25, we really took off. So we still have our ascending wedge. Everything's still in play. But again, we have still yet to break 98.15. That's going to confirm the uptrend, the up move. And, I'm sitting on hands until we break one way or the other. The other dollar trade we looked at was the dollar yen. And this is still playing out. Another wedge. We're looking for it to resolve one way or the other. We thought with all this volume resistance on the market profile that this might resolve to itself to the downside, but we can see that it made a volume support, and then once it got back into this volume vacuum, it just shot right back up, and now it's back at volume resistance. So we'll see how it goes from there, but we're basically watching for a break one way or the other. As far as our low volatility watch list, we had a lot of big moves today, so we don't have anything sitting up as of yet. And our inside bar watch list is just going to be the euro yen. Today's action was in yesterday's prior day action. Let's go to the economic calendar. Okay, as we come to our economic calendar, we can see a ton of releases here in the States. We've got chain store sales. This is retail sales. So again, what we can get from this is the status of the consumer. Do they have that liquid cash that they're burning? They're going out and buying. We also have jobless claims. Are people being laid off? The status of the jobs economy. Our businesses, we have productivity, quarter over quarter, basically showing the efficiency and how much they are producing. And the oil report, natural gas, which usually is on Wednesday, but because of the banking holiday in the States and UK, it's moved to Thursday. So we've got that on at today on Thursday, and then we have Fed balance sheet and money supply. So a lot of reports in the States that can affect our currency pairs. As always, we want to thank you for watching our videos, and Again, we love your emails, analysis at FXcast.com. Send us what you're looking for, what you're not like, what you do like, questions about the pairs, about the setups, anything you want. Send us the questions at announce at FXcast.com. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.